Good morning, and welcome to your AI Daily Press morning podcast for November 1, 2025. I'm your host, Walter. Firstly, the United States is facing a critical situation with the shutdown of the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, which has left millions of Americans without access to food assistance. The clock is ticking, and it's imperative that Congress takes immediate action to restore funding and ensure that vulnerable populations do not go hungry. In international news, the United States is reportedly considering conducting military strikes against targets in Venezuela, sparking concerns about a potential escalation of conflict in the region. The situation is complex and volatile, with experts warning that military action may not be an effective solution and could lead to further instability and violence. And finally, in a surprise move, U.S. President Donald Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping have reached a temporary truce on their ongoing trade war, sending relief waves across the globe. While this breakthrough is being hailed as a significant positive development for global economic growth, underlying tensions remain, and it's uncertain whether this fragile peace will hold. These are the major stories we're following today. We'll continue to bring you updates and in-depth analysis throughout the day. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Walter, and then she'll know what's right now. Firstly, the situation in Sudan continues to deteriorate as the Rapid Support Forces paramilitary group has taken control of the city of El Fasher, prompting widespread concerns over a humanitarian crisis. The United Nations has called for the protection of civilians and an immediate end to hostilities. In other news, post-election violence has rocked Tanzania, with reports of clashes between protesters and security forces resulting in several deaths and injuries. The United Nations has urged restraint and called for calm as the country struggles to come to terms with the aftermath of a disputed election. Meanwhile, in a significant development in the complex history between Spain and Mexico, the Spanish government has taken a step towards acknowledging the pain and injustice caused by its colonization of Mexico's indigenous populations. However, Spain stopped short of offering a formal apology, which has been a point of contention between the two nations since 2019. Lastly, we're also following developments on the global security front, as the United States, Russia, and China navigate complex arms control efforts. The implications of an escalating arms race would be far-reaching, potentially destabilizing global security frameworks and escalating tensions between major world powers. These are just a few of the stories we're tracking today. We'll continue to provide in-depth coverage and analysis as more information becomes available. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. Let's dive into the top stories from the past few days. We've seen significant developments in the world of central banking, with Federal Reserve Chairman Powell adding a new layer of complexity to the already uncertain landscape. His comments have made it clear that the Fed is making data-dependent decisions, but with limited information due to the government shutdown, it's difficult to predict what will happen next. We'll be keeping a close eye on this and providing expert analysis to help you navigate these choppy waters. In other news, the stock market has been off to a strong start, with tech giants like Amazon and Apple driving gains. Palantir Technologies and Nvidia are also making waves, with expectations of strong earnings reports and growing demand for artificial intelligence and gaming chips. Meanwhile, Robinhood is seeing increased trading activity and user engagement, fueled by its popular trading platform and growing interest in cryptocurrencies. And finally, Meta Platforms stock took a significant hit yesterday, plummeting over 10% due to a rare earnings miss and concerns surrounding its substantial investments in artificial intelligence. Despite this, some experts argue that the sell-off may be unwarranted, citing Meta's robust quarterly performance and potential for growth in the AI space. Stay informed, stay ahead of the market, and we'll catch you up on all the latest developments throughout the day. Thanks for tuning in to the AI Daily Press Morning Podcast. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, NASA's partnership with private companies is making waves, with SpaceX's Starlink constellation potentially being used for space-based data centers. This innovation could transform the way we store and process data, offering limitless power from the sun and minimizing environmental costs. Secondly, Blue Origin's New Glenn rocket has successfully completed a test firing of its 7 main engines, paving the way for its second launch as early as November. The rocket will carry 2 NASA-owned spacecraft on the ESCAPIDI mission to study the interaction between the solar wind and Mars's magnetosphere. Lastly, SpaceX is facing challenges with its own projects, including delays in its Starship program. However, the company's interest in space-based data centers could be a game-changer, with tech barons like Eric Schmidt and Jeff Bezos also taking notice of this emerging industry. We'll continue to bring you updates on these developing stories as more information becomes available. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Firstly, in the world of football, the upcoming showdown between the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs is generating a lot of buzz. This rivalry series has seen the Bills dominate regular season meetings since 2018, but the Chiefs have taken control in playoff matchups. With both teams riding high after recent wins, this Sunday's game promises to be an instant classic. Secondly, on the international sports front, we're counting down to the Dakar 2026 Youth Olympics in Senegal. This event is not just a sporting extravaganza, but also a testament to Africa's capability to host large-scale international events. With preparations in full swing and a substantial investment in infrastructure development, the stage is set for a historic moment that will foster unity, competition, and cultural exchange among young athletes from around the world. Lastly, we touched upon the NFL MVP race, where Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen are frontrunners, and the significance of Dion Dawkins' comments on the Bills-Chiefs rivalry, highlighting the passion and history behind this series. I'm Howard, signing off. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. First, we explored the transformation of the trucking industry with the rise of sustainable logistics and the adoption of electric vehicles by major companies. This shift is not only good for the environment, but also presents new opportunities for businesses to rethink their supply chains and reduce costs. Next, we delved into the fascinating world of the eastern hellbender salamander, an elusive creature that serves as a bellwether for ecosystem health. Researchers have made groundbreaking discoveries about the importance of preserving natural habitats and the delicate balance of ecosystems, reminding us of our responsibility to protect and conserve our environment for future generations. Lastly, we traveled to Montreal to visit Parquet Frederic Back, a former limestone quarry and landfill that has been reborn as one of North America's most ambitious urban environmental rehabilitation projects. This extraordinary park showcases the power of human innovation and determination, transforming a desolate wasteland into a thriving ecosystem and community hub. These stories remind us that even in unexpected places, we can find opportunities for transformation, sustainability, and connection to the natural world. Join us again soon on the AI Daily Press as we continue to explore the fascinating stories that shape our world. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. Let's dive into today's top stories. First up, we've got the latest on TikTok's impact on media moments. The platform is taking over, folks, with celebrities, brands, and even TV shows getting in on the action. From Dancing with the Stars to fashion designers, everyone's using TikTok to reach their audience. And let me tell you, it's working. Viewership is skyrocketing, especially among young adults. Next, we're shining the spotlight on Hollywood's unbreakable bonds. We're talking about celebrity friendships that inspire us all, from Amy Schumer and Jennifer Lawrence to Taylor Swift and Selena Gomez. These relationships remind us that true friendship knows no bounds, not even those of fame or fortune. And finally, a quick update on Heidi Klum's latest fashion venture. The supermodel is launching a new clothing line, and we've got the scoop on what to expect. Think chic, sophisticated, and totally on trend. Tune in tomorrow for more news, trends, and analysis from the world of entertainment and beyond. And don't forget to now for the latest in nature and environment. Here is David Atanacher.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we explored the world of marine biology, where researchers discovered a remarkable mutualistic relationship between fish and larval anemones in the open waters of Florida and French Polynesia. This symbiotic partnership provides both species with benefits, including defense mechanisms and nutrient exchange. In another story, we delved into the intricate relationships within marine ecosystems, highlighting the crucial role that certain species of fish play in maintaining the health of coral reefs. These fish help clean up debris and even warn other sea creatures of potential threats, demonstrating the interconnectedness of marine life. Lastly, we discussed the importance of conservation efforts aimed at protecting our oceans and the diverse life forms they support. By preserving the health of our marine ecosystems, we're not only safeguarding the well-being of the creatures that live within them, but also ensuring the overall health of our planet. These stories remind us of the awe-inspiring complexity and beauty of nature, encouraging us to appreciate the small wonders that often go unnoticed and recognize the vital role each species plays in the grand tapestry of life on Earth. And that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David Atanacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.